Have you ever felt as though you're caught in a never-ending cycle of trying to manifest change but finding yourself stuck in the same place? You're not alone. Many people face this challenge, hoping, wishing, and visualizing, but nothing shifts in their lives. This feeling of stagnation is more than just frustration. It's a signal that something deeper is at play, a disconnect between your intentions and your actions, your mind and your heart. But what if I told you that the universe is always listening, waiting for you to align your energy with it? What if simple, small daily actions could change everything? We often overcomplicate manifestation, thinking it requires grand gestures or a perfect mindset. However, it's the simple, consistent actions taken in alignment with the frequency of abundance that set the stage for profound transformation. In today's video, we will explore how shifting your daily habits and mindset to a higher frequency can unlock the potential within you. You'll learn how small, intentional steps, rooted in science and spirituality, can radically change the course of your life. As we dive into this, we will refer to the insights of transformative figures such as Joe Dispenza, who explains how our thoughts and emotions create our reality, and how you can begin to use this understanding to manifest the life you truly desire. Are you ready to step into your power and align with the frequency of abundance? Let's begin this journey of transformation together. There is a truth, one that resonates deeply in the silent corners of our lives. Everything is energy. From the smallest particles to the most complex human emotions, everything we experience is vibrating at a frequency. The room you're in, the thoughts running through your mind, the people you interact with, each of these emits a unique frequency that is either aligned with or disconnected from the flow of abundance and harmony that the universe constantly offers. Joe Dispenza, a well-respected neuroscientist and speaker, explains how the mind is not just a passive observer of reality. Rather, it plays an active role in shaping the physical world around us. Our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs create an electromagnetic field, a force that resonates with the universe and attracts experiences of similar energy. This is where the concept of energy frequency becomes critical to manifestation. When we consciously shift our internal frequency, aligning ourselves with the energy of abundance, we open the door to manifesting the things we desire. Conversely, when we remain locked in negative thought patterns, fear, or scarcity, we attract situations that mirror those vibrations. Essentially, the universe is like a mirror, reflecting back the energy we project into it. So how does this play out in our day-to-day lives? Imagine your mind is like a radio station. The frequency you tune into determines the content you receive. If you focus on thoughts of scarcity, lack, or anxiety, your mind tunes into that frequency, and your reality follows suit. On the other hand, if you focus on abundance, gratitude, and the belief that everything you need is already on its way, you shift to a higher frequency that attracts those very things. The critical point here is that manifestation is not a passive act. It requires awareness, intention, and action. You can't simply think about abundance, you must align your energy with it. This involves changing your thought patterns, emotions, and actions to be in harmony with what you desire. And just like tuning a radio, it's a gradual process. The more you practice aligning your thoughts and emotions with your desired frequency, the more your reality will begin to reflect this new energy. It's also important to note that the frequency you emit is not just about what you think, it's also about how you feel. Emotions are powerful indicators of where you are vibrationally. Negative emotions such as fear, doubt, and anger lower your frequency, whereas positive emotions such as love, gratitude, and joy elevate it. Your emotional state is a direct reflection of your energetic alignment with the universe's flow. This connection between emotion and frequency is not just metaphysical, it's backed by science. Neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine influence how we feel, and they, in turn, affect our overall energy levels. When you are in a state of gratitude or joy, your brain releases these feel-good chemicals, raising your frequency and aligning you with abundance. However, when you are consumed by stress, anger, or fear, your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol, which can lower your frequency and create resistance to what you are trying to manifest. To begin understanding how to shift your frequency, start by noticing how your emotions feel in your body. Is there tension in your chest, a tightness in your stomach? These are signs of resistance and negative emotions that are pulling you out of alignment. The first step in shifting your frequency is recognizing these emotional blocks and understanding that they are temporary states, not permanent conditions. One of the most powerful tools for shifting your frequency is the practice of mindfulness. By becoming more aware of your thoughts and feelings, you can catch yourself when you start to dip into negative states. Acknowledging these emotions without judgment allows you to shift back into a state of higher vibration. This might involve using breathing exercises, affirmations, or visualization techniques to realign your energy. Another essential aspect of frequency management is consistency. It's not enough to just shift your frequency once and expect lasting change. Manifestation and the law of attraction works best when it is practiced consistently over time. As you continue to consciously adjust your frequency, your mind and body will become more attuned to higher vibrations, making it easier for you to stay in alignment with your desires. An interesting aspect of frequency management is the idea of energetic resonance. This concept suggests that everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency, and like attracts like. When you align your frequency with the energy of abundance, love, or joy, you begin to attract situations, people, and opportunities that match that vibration. It's a magnetic effect that happens on an energetic level. You might be wondering how to begin aligning your frequency with abundance. The process is simple, though not always easy. The first step is to acknowledge where you are energetically. If you are feeling stuck or out of balance, you may need to first heal emotional wounds, clear limiting beliefs, and shift negative thought patterns. This is often the most difficult part of the process, but it's necessary for creating lasting change. Start by practicing daily gratitude. It's scientifically proven that gratitude can increase your frequency by promoting the release of positive neurotransmitters. Begin each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for, and do your best to feel the emotion of gratitude deeply. This simple practice can change the way you perceive your reality, shifting you from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Another technique for shifting your frequency is through visualization. This technique is widely used by manifestation experts because it helps the brain create new neural pathways that align with your desires. By visualizing yourself already living the life you want, your brain begins to perceive that reality as true, which in turn helps you manifest it. One of the most important aspects of energy frequency is the understanding that we are not separate from the universe. We are deeply connected to it. This understanding shifts the way we see ourselves and our ability to manifest. You are not just a passive observer of life. You are a participant, actively co-creating your reality with the universe. As you move through your day, try to be aware of your emotional state. Notice when you're feeling off and take steps to realign yourself with a higher frequency. This could be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, focusing on a positive affirmation, or stepping outside to connect with nature. By practicing these small but powerful techniques, you can raise your frequency and begin attracting the abundance and joy you've been seeking. In summary, everything in your life is a reflection of the energy you put out into the universe. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions create a vibration that resonates with the world around you. By becoming more conscious of your energy and aligning it with your desires, you can unlock the power of manifestation and transform your life. The universe is always listening, always responding. The question is, are you ready to tune in to the frequency of abundance? Manifestation is an intriguing concept. It promises the ability to bring desires, dreams, and goals into reality through intention, belief, and action. But despite its widespread appeal, many people find themselves frustrated with the process. They set intentions, visualize their desires, and even try to follow the advice of experts, yet the desired results often fail to materialize. What is happening? Why do so many struggle to manifest their desires even when they think they're doing everything right? To begin unraveling this mystery, we must first understand that manifestation is not a passive act. It's not enough to simply think about what you want or repeat affirmations without deeper alignment. Manifestation requires coherence between your conscious mind, your subconscious programming, and your emotional frequency. The mistake many people make is focusing too much on one aspect and neglecting others. Manifestation is an intricate process that involves the mind, body, and soul working together. One of the most common reasons manifestation doesn't work for many people is the lack of alignment between their desires and their internal energy. At a conscious level, They may want to manifest financial abundance, a loving relationship, or a fulfilling career. But beneath the surface, their subconscious beliefs may be in direct conflict with these desires. They may hold limiting beliefs such as, "I don't deserve success," "money is hard to come by," or "I'm not good enough for love." These limiting beliefs create an energetic block that prevents manifestation from occurring. The subconscious mind doesn't easily let go of its programming, which is why change takes time and consistent effort. Joe Dispenza, a leading figure in neuroscience and personal transformation, talks about this concept in his work. He explains that when people try to manifest, they often focus solely on the desired outcome. However, manifestation is not just about wanting something. It's about changing the underlying energy that you are emitting into the universe. If your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions are not aligned with your desires, then no matter how hard you try to manifest, the energy you're putting out into the universe is inconsistent with the energy required to attract what you want. Consider this analogy. Imagine you are trying to tune a radio to a specific station, but you're constantly turning the dial to different frequencies. One moment, you're tuned to 92.3 FM, and the next, you're on 101.5 FM. No matter how much you want to hear the music on 101.5, you won't be able to hear it because your frequency is misaligned. The same is true for manifestation. If your energy is constantly shifting between frequencies of doubt, fear, and self-limiting beliefs, you won't be able to connect with the frequency of abundance, success, or love that you're trying to attract. The first step in overcoming this challenge is to identify and address the limiting beliefs that are blocking your ability to manifest. This can be a difficult process, as many of these beliefs are ingrained in the subconscious mind and have been there for years, if not decades. It's essential to approach this with compassion and patience, as changing deeply held beliefs is not something that happens overnight. To do this, start by becoming aware of the thoughts and beliefs that surface when you think about your desires. Do you feel resistance or discomfort? Are there stories you've been telling yourself about why you can't have what you want? Pay close attention to these mental patterns, as they often reveal the beliefs that are sabotaging your manifestation efforts. Once you've identified these limiting beliefs, the next step is to reprogram your subconscious mind. One powerful tool for this is affirmations. But unlike simple affirmations that repeat a phrase without much emotional charge, effective affirmations should evoke a deep emotional connection. They need to resonate with you on a visceral level, not just as words that sound good in theory. For example, instead of just saying, "I am worthy of abundance," try something more powerful, like, "I am open to receiving the limitless abundance that is already flowing to me." Feel the truth of the words as you speak them, and let your emotions align with the affirmation. Visualization is another critical tool in this process. According to Neville Goddard, a key figure in manifestation teachings, imagination is the key to creating reality. By visualizing yourself already living the life you want, you are training your mind and body to believe that this reality is possible. You begin to shift your internal state, allowing you to match the frequency of your desires. Visualization is not just a mental exercise, it's about experiencing the emotion of already having what you want. When you visualize, fully immerse yourself in the feelings of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment that would accompany the manifestation of your desire. However, manifestation also requires action. While it's essential to align your energy, it's equally important to take inspired action toward your goals. Often people expect things to appear out of nowhere, but manifestation isn't about passive waiting. It's about actively stepping into the flow of abundance. When you align your energy and begin to take inspired action, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive. The universe responds not just to your thoughts, but to your actions and intentions. There's also a deeper layer to why manifestation doesn't work for many people: resistance to change. For most people, their current reality, even if unsatisfying, feels familiar and comfortable. Change can be intimidating, and it often brings up fear of the unknown. This fear can create a significant energetic block that prevents manifestation from happening. If you are subconsciously afraid of what will happen once your desires manifest, whether it's fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of not being worthy, the universe will respond accordingly by keeping you in the cycle of stagnation. This resistance to change is rooted in the subconscious mind's desire to maintain the status quo. The subconscious mind does not like change because it represents uncertainty. This is why many people experience self-sabotage when things start to improve in their lives. Their internal programming is out of sync with their new external reality, leading them to unconsciously undermine their own progress. In order to move past this resistance, it's crucial to understand that change is a necessary part of the manifestation process. The universe does not deliver your desires to maintain the status quo. It delivers them to push you into growth and transformation. Embrace this change, knowing that it is part of your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. At this point, it's important to talk about the role of emotions in manifestation. Emotions are the fuel that powers manifestation. Your emotional state determines the frequency you are emitting into the universe, and this frequency is what attracts your experiences. When you're feeling down, anxious, or fearful, you are vibrating at a lower frequency. This, in turn, attracts experiences that match that vibration, experiences of scarcity, struggle, and resistance. On the other hand, when you cultivate positive emotions such as love, gratitude, joy, and peace, you raise your frequency and attract positive experiences. Emotions are a direct reflection of your alignment with the universe. As you elevate your emotional state, you become a magnet for abundance and prosperity. Manifestation doesn't work for many people because they are not fully aligned with their desires on a subconscious, emotional, and energetic level. They may be carrying limiting beliefs, experiencing fear of change, or not taking inspired action. The key to unlocking successful manifestation is to identify and address these blocks, reprogram the subconscious mind, take aligned action, and cultivate positive emotions. When you achieve this alignment, the universe will respond by bringing your desires into your life. Manifestation is not just a mental exercise, it's a holistic practice that requires the mind, body, and soul to be in harmony with the frequency of abundance. Limiting beliefs are invisible barriers that shape your reality in ways that often go unnoticed. They are deeply embedded in your subconscious mind and influence your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. These beliefs can take many forms. The belief that money is hard to come by, that you don't deserve love, or that you're not capable of achieving your goals. Whether you're aware of them or not, these beliefs determine the limits of what you are able to manifest in your life. The first step in reprogramming your limiting beliefs is recognizing that they exist. Many people walk through life unaware of how their internal programming is dictating their experiences. This lack of awareness keeps them stuck in cycles of frustration, self-doubt, and unfulfilled desires. The good news is that once you recognize these beliefs, you can begin to change them. Reprogramming is not a quick fix, but with intention and consistent effort, you can shift your belief system and start manifesting your dreams. To understand how limiting beliefs work, it's essential to first look at how beliefs are formed. From a young age, we are exposed to various ideas, messages, and experiences that shape our worldview. Our parents, teachers, peers, and society at large all influence how we see ourselves and the world around us. Over time, these beliefs become ingrained in the subconscious mind, where they operate behind the scenes, guiding our thoughts and actions. For example, if you grew up in an environment where money was always a source of stress and scarcity, you may have developed a subconscious belief that money is hard to come by. Even if you consciously desire financial abundance, this belief will limit your ability to manifest wealth. Your subconscious mind will always work to protect you from discomfort, so it will create scenarios that align with this belief, even if it's not serving your highest good. Joe Dispenza's work emphasizes the power of the subconscious mind and how it controls the majority of our lives. According to Dispenza, the subconscious mind is like a computer that stores all of our past experiences, memories, and beliefs. These stored patterns influence how we react to situations and how we manifest our desires. If your subconscious mind holds limiting beliefs about money, love, or success, it will create a reality that reflects those beliefs, even if you consciously desire something different. The process of reprogramming your limiting beliefs starts with awareness. You must first identify the beliefs that are holding you back. Start by paying attention to the thoughts and emotions that arise when you think about your desires. Do you feel resistance, fear, or doubt? These emotional responses are often signs that there is a limiting belief at play. One of the most powerful ways to uncover limiting beliefs is through journaling. Ask yourself, what do I believe about money? What do I believe about relationships? What do I believe about my ability to achieve my goals? Write down your thoughts without judgment and allow yourself to explore the underlying beliefs that may be influencing your reality. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. This is where the real work begins. Limiting beliefs are often based on false assumptions or outdated information. For example, the belief that money is scarce may have been true at one point in your life, but it no longer reflects the abundance available in the world today. By questioning the validity of your beliefs, you begin to break down the walls that have been holding you back. A great way to challenge limiting beliefs is to find evidence that contradicts them. For example, if you believe that money is hard to come by, look for examples of people who have successfully manifested wealth. Read stories of entrepreneurs, artists, or individuals who have overcome financial struggles and created abundance. As you begin to see that your beliefs are not universal truths, you'll start to open up to the possibility of a different reality. Another powerful tool for reprogramming limiting beliefs is affirmation. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to shift your mindset. When it comes to reprogramming beliefs, affirmations work by gradually changing the neural pathways in your brain. As you repeat affirmations consistently, your subconscious mind starts to accept them as truth, and your belief system begins to shift. However, affirmations need to be more than just words. They need to be felt on a deep emotional level. Simply repeating, "I am worthy of abundance," is not enough if you don't believe it. The key is to evoke the feeling of abundance, love, or success as you say the affirmation. Feel the truth of the words in your body, and let that energy expand. The more you align your emotions with your affirmations, the more powerful they become. Visualization is another effective method for reprogramming your beliefs. According to Neville Goddard, visualization is one of the most powerful tools we have for manifesting our desires. By visualizing yourself already living the life you want, you are sending a clear message to your subconscious mind that this reality is possible. The more vividly you can imagine yourself living your dreams, the more you align your energy with that reality. For example, if you want to manifest financial abundance, visualize yourself living in a state of abundance. See yourself surrounded by money, experiencing financial freedom, and feeling the emotions of gratitude and joy. As you visualize, feel the emotions associated with wealth and success. This creates a neural blueprint in your brain that aligns with your desire. One of the most important aspects of reprogramming your limiting beliefs is consistency. The subconscious mind doesn't change overnight. It requires repetition and practice to shift deeply ingrained beliefs. Just as it took years for these beliefs to become part of your programming, it will take time to replace them with new, empowering beliefs. The key is to be patient with yourself and stay committed to the process. Another technique to help reinforce new beliefs is to surround yourself with supportive people and environments. The energy of the people you associate with can have a powerful impact on your belief system. If you are constantly surrounded by people who hold limiting beliefs or who reinforce your doubts, it will be much harder to reprogram your mind. Seek out individuals who support your growth, believe in your potential, and encourage your success. Finally, be mindful of the words you use when speaking about yourself and your desires. Language is a powerful tool in shaping our reality. If you constantly say things like, "I can't afford that," or "I'm not good enough," you are reinforcing limiting beliefs. Instead, practice speaking in a way that affirms your worth and ability to achieve your goals. Replace "I can't" with "I am capable," and "I'm not good enough" with "I am deserving of success and love." Reprogramming your limiting beliefs is a transformative process that requires awareness, patience, and consistency. By identifying the beliefs that are holding you back, challenging them, and replacing them with new, empowering beliefs, you can begin to manifest the life you desire. Affirmations, visualization, and surrounding yourself with supportive people are all powerful tools to help you shift your energy and align with your desires. Remember, manifestation is not just about wishing for something, it's about aligning your entire being with the frequency of what you want to create. By reprogramming your beliefs, you are not just changing your mind, you are transforming your entire reality. When it comes to manifestation, many people believe that simply thinking about what they want is enough to attract it into their lives. While intention is essential, manifestation is a holistic process that involves not only aligning your thoughts and beliefs with your desires, but also aligning your actions with the energy of abundance. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that manifestation is purely a mental exercise, but in truth, it requires an active participation in the flow of the universe, where thoughts, emotions, and actions all work in harmony. One of the most significant misconceptions about manifestation is that it can be accomplished solely by thinking positive thoughts or repeating affirmations. While these practices are powerful tools for shifting your energy, they cannot create lasting change if they are not backed by aligned action. True manifestation requires you to actively participate in your own transformation by making choices and taking actions that reflect the energy of abundance, prosperity, and success. In his work, Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that the brain and body are deeply connected, and the brain's neural pathways are shaped by our experiences and emotions. As we begin to think differently, our thoughts create new patterns in the brain that ultimately affect how we perceive the world and respond to it. But this shift is not just mental, it also requires physical action. Our bodies need to move in alignment with the changes we wish to manifest. When our actions align with our desires, we send a clear message to the universe that we are ready to receive. The first step in aligning your actions with the frequency of abundance is recognizing that your daily habits and routines are a direct reflection of your beliefs and energy. Every action you take, no matter how small, is either reinforcing or diminishing your alignment with your goals. If you want to manifest abundance, for example, your actions must reflect an abundance mindset. This means that instead of focusing on lack or scarcity, you begin to make choices that reflect trust, faith, and openness to receiving. Consider the concept of self-worth. If you believe that you are worthy of abundance, your actions will naturally reflect this belief. You will make choices that honor your value, whether it's investing in your personal growth, setting boundaries, or taking the necessary steps toward achieving your goals. On the other hand, if you have a subconscious belief that you are not deserving of success, your actions will reflect this limitation. You may procrastinate, self-sabotage, or avoid opportunities, all of which reinforce the belief that you are not worthy. Alignment is not about perfection. It's not about doing everything right or making the perfect choices every time. Rather, it's about becoming conscious of the choices you make and ensuring that they reflect the energy you wish to cultivate. If you consistently choose actions that are in harmony with the energy of abundance, you will begin to shift your reality in profound ways. One of the most important ways to align your actions with your desires is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational frequencies you can emit, and when you align your actions with gratitude, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are open to receiving more of what you desire. Gratitude is not just a mental exercise, it's an action that requires you to actively acknowledge and appreciate the blessings in your life. When you express gratitude for the things you have, you are aligning yourself with the energy of abundance, and the universe responds by bringing more of that energy into your life. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on what you are thankful for. Start by keeping a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. As you do this consistently, you will begin to shift your focus away from what you lack and toward what you already have. This simple action creates an energetic shift that opens the door for more abundance to flow into your life. Another key aspect of aligning your actions with the frequency of abundance is taking inspired action. Inspired action is different from forced or fearful action. It's the kind of action that feels aligned with your soul's purpose, that flows effortlessly and with ease. When you take inspired action, you feel energized and motivated, and the universe supports you in ways that seem almost miraculous. On the other hand, when you take action out of fear, desperation, or doubt, you are not in alignment with the energy of abundance, and your actions will often feel forced and ineffective. Inspired action comes from a place of trust and surrender. It's about being open to the guidance of the universe and following the nudges that come from within. This may mean taking small steps every day toward your goal, even if you don't yet see the full picture. Trusting that the universe will provide the right opportunities at the right time is essential to manifesting your desires. When you align your actions with this trust, you create a clear pathway for the universe to bring your desires into reality. It's important to remember that manifestation is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process. It requires consistent action over time. This is where the concept of vibrational match comes into play. As you continue to take actions that are aligned with your desires, your vibration naturally rises, and you begin to attract experiences, people, and opportunities that match that vibration. This is the process of co-creation with the universe. You are not simply waiting for the universe to deliver what you want. You are actively participating in the creation of your reality. Sometimes, the path to manifestation requires patience. There may be times when it feels as though things are not moving as quickly as you would like, or when obstacles arise that challenge your faith in the process. During these times, it's important to stay grounded in your alignment with abundance and to continue taking inspired action. Trust that every step you take, no matter how small, is leading you closer to your goal. The universe is always working in your favor, and every action you take is an important part of the manifestation process. Another crucial aspect of aligning your actions with abundance is to stop waiting for perfect conditions. Often people hold off on taking action because they believe that they need more money, more time, or more information before they can move forward. However, the truth is that the conditions will never be perfect. If you wait for the perfect moment, you may never take the first step. The universe responds to your willingness to act, not to your perfection. Start where you are and trust that the universe will meet you halfway. The energy of abundance is not just about receiving material things, it's also about the flow of energy in your life. When you align your actions with the energy of abundance, you begin to attract not only the material wealth and success you desire, but also the emotional and spiritual fulfillment that comes with it. As you align with abundance, you will notice that your relationships improve, your health improves, and your overall sense of well-being grows. Aligning your actions with the frequency of abundance is a key component of successful manifestation. It's not enough to simply think positive thoughts or visualize your desires. You must take consistent, inspired action that reflects the energy of what you want to create. By practicing gratitude, trusting the process, and taking inspired steps toward your goals, you will begin to shift your reality in profound ways. Remember, manifestation is not about perfection or waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking aligned action, no matter how small, and trusting that the universe will meet you with the opportunities and resources you need. As you align your actions with abundance, you become a magnet for all that you desire. In the journey of manifestation, we come to realize that the process is much more than a series of affirmations or visualizations. True transformation begins when we align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with the energy of abundance, love, and success. It's not just about asking for what we desire, but about actively participating in the co-creation of our reality. By shifting our beliefs, reprogramming our subconscious, and taking inspired actions, we begin to resonate with the very frequency of what we seek. The universe, always in sync with our energy, responds accordingly, bringing the experiences, people, and opportunities that reflect the energy we emit. Manifestation is a practice of consistency and alignment, not perfection. The small, intentional actions you take every day can create profound shifts in your life. Remember, the universe doesn't work by your timing, but in perfect synchronicity with your vibration. Trust the process, trust yourself, and know that you are worthy of everything you desire. You have the power to change your reality, to step into your greatness, and to live a life filled with abundance and joy. Keep aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and watch as your world transforms. Are you ready to finally break through the barriers that have been holding you back from manifesting the life of your dreams? The universe is waiting for you to step into your power. Take that step now. If you found value in today's video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our transformative content. Keep watching to uncover the next steps on your journey of manifestation, and let's continue to explore the incredible potential within you. Together, we can create the life you deserve. See you in the next video.